the show. We've got some onboard cameras for you here at Lime Rock today. Top corner, another one of those different driver rotations. It's Max the Axe, the two-time and defending winner here at Lime Rock. Angelelli is in the 10 Corvette. Alongside, we've got the Dempsey Racing Mazda 40, the newly crowned champion, bottom left. That's Emil Asentado for the AIM Autosport Team FXDD Ferrari, and then the 94 BMW M3. Big weekend for Tournament. Many incidents in those races. You don't have to drop too many wheels off track going.
And the drivers feel the same way. They need that rhythm here, Calvin. With a 49-second lap, you really got to get into the meat of the racetrack, you know, and if you do these little segments.
Marsh Racing Wheeling Corvette. That's Boris set up ahead in the 31. Watch what happens, Dors.
Coming up into the brake zone, Boris moving to the inside, and that was kind of a block attempt, and Emil just gets nailed by Boris. Now the biggest problem for the Ferrari was it was stuck in third gear with the
to GT. And VisitFlorida.com. Share a little sunshine. The sun is shining on Joe Foster right now. He is leading the class.
Said that car was pretty loose coming off the fast corners. Lee?
Well, they made some changes, Chris, after this morning's warm-up. It was pushing badly yesterday in practice, and then in the qualifying session it loosened up and they went back somewhere in the middle.
Because he's actually lost a position to Alex Gurney.
You got to assume that was getting pretty ugly for all three of them to bail.
Indeed it was. Now, speaking of that chicane at the uphill there, you know the moment of the race, or the scare of the race, you saw it a little bit earlier where there was contact between Boris Said and Emil Asentado. Boris went flying and narrowly missed Charlie Putman. How's he feeling, Brian?
Well, I think he's feeling okay. It's been an exciting day, that's for sure, but Dempsey car's running well, and Charlie Putman, it was exciting out there to say the least there at the uphill. I know that you don't want anybody messing with you. I'm looking at the alligator skull.
After what happened, we haven't talked to him yet, but it was definitely a thriller.
Definitely a thriller, and I'm looking at this Visit Florida skull that's in your lap, and it seems like maybe Timmy Keenan that sings either.
Well, I got to give the shameless plug to my new CD right here. Charlie Putman, Right on Track. Okay, we're not the only, Patrick's not the only show guy here, but just released this CD.
What I talked about at the beginning of the show and what the intent of the 7 might be.
This will tell us more. Oh, a fellow Mazda.
That was a big 40 to 50 degree day.
It looks pretty cool, but it's not going to be aero effective, that's for certain. But what a disaster for the Mazda group.
Yeah. It's not the way that Mazda wanted to celebrate the RX-8 in its farewell drive. This doesn't mean that a team cannot run an RX-8 in next year's Grand Am.
But we're closing a great chapter, opening up a new one though with the Sky Active Clean Diesel.
So with I was going to ask you about that, with the merger that was announced several weeks ago, the Sky Active, the diesel technology, still, we're going to see that.
Not too bad.
Yeah, there's hoping for number 20, and while the RX-8 won't be here next year, Sky Active diesel technology will.
I'll tell you one thing, it depends whether you like noise or not. That Sky Active diesel is a lot quieter than these rotaries.
Got that right. The work issue became no issue whatsoever, just dangle along there.
Also noticed that Ryan Dial just clears this GT traffic. Ricky Taylor right behind this GT car. So Ryan Dial again the stunt. Look at this traffic here. Sorry, Dors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ricky Taylor trying to thread the needle here and seeing that red dragon looming large in his mirror. Sometimes you'll force it a little bit more. You're getting a bit of a panic mode. Boy, oh boy, I'm losing a second. I'm losing 2 seconds. But you just have to be patient.
Alex Gurney, the red.
An hour to go for the 2012 season. And it's far from done.
John was trying to turn into the right-hander there and came together, and that really set the stage. Then Emil Asentado trying to defend that inside line. Look how close it was.
With fuel load, when he went up the uphill, he bottomed out and threw sparks pretty hard and hit on the bottom of the back.
All right, so Alex Gurney leads the way in the Bob Stallings Racing Gainsco Auto Insurance car, but he's been out there for 23 laps. Ricky Taylor is second, and he's only been out there for 11 laps. As we see Tom Long depart pit road for Dempsey Racing. Let's find out more about that 99.
With 57 minutes to go, significantly, Barbosa was 1 lap later. So if Ricky has been running in the lean fuel mixture setting, he may be okay, but it's going to be...
After coming into contact with Emil Asentado, look at how lucky Charlie Putman was, and what a good job Boris did. Not sure how much he had control of that, but that won our eHarmony.com move.
I mean, that guy threw a block on me. I didn't expect it and just ran right over him. That was uncalled for, but I mean, that's racing. But the end of it's going to be a good race. The Wheeling Corvette's really good. I think we could have been in the top 5 with that last yellow.
Silly, and then as the laps wind down, you're thinking, well, I'm going to have to go and attack him here.
That helped, that little bit of GT traffic helped Ricky.
And DP came down to the wall.
Fish, I'm Lee Diffie, and on behalf